is News 3 Now at 10.
Thank you for joining us. 23-year-old Chandler Halderson is in much worse legal trouble tonight than he was 24 hours ago. Prosecutors today charged him with killing and mutilating his father. Meanwhile, Halderson's mother is still missing, and we're learning plenty of new details about what investigators know so far and what they're still trying to piece together. Madeline O'Neill is here to tell us the latest.
Charlotte, we now know more human remains were found in a new location near Sauk City yesterday. That's after Bart Halderson's remains were found in the Cottage Grove area. The details come from a 14-page criminal complaint just released today ahead of a press conference with the Dane County Sheriff. He says detectives are still working hard to provide some answers about what happened to the Windsor couple.
And our priority is to provide the Halderson family with answers to give them peace and closure throughout this tragic event. We have them in our thoughts and prayers every day.
That says every day, detectives' investigations take them somewhere new.
The Dane County Sheriff's Office detectives and investigators will follow every lead provided.
The latest lead uncovered a second site with body parts on DNR land near Sauk City.
We actually obtained a photo of Chandler being in that general area, which is...
The Dane County Sheriff didn't know if those remains were male or female. He's still waiting on the medical examiner's report. But the ME did identify Bart Halderson's remains. Thursday's criminal complaint says they were found on property in Cottage Grove, owned by someone Halderson knew and went to visit 2 days before he reported his parents missing. According to court documents, detectives came upon Bart Halderson's torso, along with a saw and other tools nearby.
This is still a very active and ongoing investigation.
At the center of it all is the 23-year-old son Chandler, whose unusual behavior and inconsistent story is described by witnesses in those court documents. Detectives interviewed Chandler, who told police his father got mad at him when he broke their fireplace.
It's a lot of crime scene investigators to be there in order for us to process every inch of that residence.
The criminal complaint says after asking for an attorney, Chandler kept talking, saying he wanted to go back and tell the detective everything. He added he, quote, didn't feel bad about what he did, and, quote, you don't know the whole story. The whole story is what detectives are working toward, including finding Chandler's mother, Krista Halderson.
At this moment, we are optimistic that Krista is still alive and well, and we will let the evidence from our investigation tell us otherwise.
Chandler Halderson's bond is set at $1 million. The Dane County Sheriff's Office is welcoming any and all tips and information. You can give them a call at this number.
Maddie, thank you. For the first time since being found competent to stand trial, the man accused of killing UW-Madison student Brittany Zimmerman was in court. Zimmerman was found stabbed to death inside her downtown apartment in 2008. She was 21 years old, studying medical microbiology, and engaged to be married when she was found dead. The search for her killer lasted more than a decade until David Call, who is a current inmate in the Wisconsin prison system, was charged in March of last year. He had been a person of interest for years. Today, 13 years after Brittany Zimmerman's death, a judge says the man accused of killing her may face a judge and jury. During a 3-hour hearing, a Dane County judge says there is probable evidence to move the case toward a trial. Attorneys spent most of the more than 3-hour hearing looking at the specifics of what happened. According to a criminal complaint, Call got into 21-year-old Zimmerman's apartment that April and killed her. Investigators say Call's DNA matches DNA lifted from crime scene evidence. Turning to weather now, a dry and quiet day today after yesterday's storms, and we'll need to get used to this for at least the next week. Let's check in with meteorologist Dana Fulton with our certified most accurate forecast.
Yeah, the sun's really settling in for us, and we're going to stick with that dry pattern for much of the work week. Now, we did see a few isolated showers early today as we look at our time lapse over Madison, but very quick moving and very light for us this afternoon. We had plenty of sunshine, and that helped temperatures climb close to 80 for our afternoon highs. Right now, our Doppler track is quiet. That's how it'll stay for most of the night. Temperatures near 66 in Madison, 70 in Janesville, and about 68 in Mineral Point. Tomorrow, plan on highs in the upper 70s, near 80 yet again. There's that slight chance for an isolated shower south of Madison early in the day Friday. Otherwise, a less humid afternoon, and we're going to hold on to that sunshine and that slight chance on Friday. The only opportunity really to see any isolated showers until we get to the end of next weekend. A dry, sunny stretch ahead, but we will take a closer look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes, Charlotte.
Thank you, Dana. Take a look at this. A tornado touched down in Manchester, Iowa last night. According to the National Weather Service, it was one of at least 12 confirmed twisters in the central part of the state. This storm system is the same one that made it into Wisconsin later in the night. And this was the scene in Baraboo this morning. This from the first round of storms yesterday. These homes are on or near the 2nd Street area. You can see trees sitting on top of homes. Others filled up entire yards or were just snapped in half. There is plenty of cleanup work to do here, but the good news is we have not received any reports of injuries related to these storms. And after hitting here, those same storms moved on and hit the eastern part of the state. This is video from Oshkosh, where some people woke up to flooded streets and basements. Some places in the Oshkosh area got around 6 inches of rain in a short period of time. New tonight, a house fire in Sun Prairie this evening is said to have caused more than $100,000 in damage to the home. Everyone was able to get out in time and there were no injuries. Fire crews say the cause was determined to be accidental and a cooking mishap. The Wisconsin Department of Justice says a man who killed a 22-year-old who was pumping gas in Racine County later shot himself after exchanging gunfire with an undercover sheriff's investigator. Today, the Justice Department identified the shooter as 32-year-old John McCarthy. They say he killed himself after confronting the investigator. The Justice Department says both McCarthy and the investigator were struck by gunfire before McCarthy fatally shot himself. Authorities say the investigator, whose name has not been released, remained hospitalized today for wounds that are not considered life-threatening. Madison police say they have arrested a man who brought a toy gun into a police station while making threats. This happened at the department's East District Station on South Thompson Drive yesterday morning. Joniason Lingus was arrested for terrorist threats and disorderly conduct. Officials said Lingus was also arrested July 7th for similar behavior. Governor Evers is ordering flags be flown at half-staff in honor of a Wisconsin airman who lost his life in a plane crash during the Korean War. U.S. Air Force Airman 2nd Class Edward J. Miller died in 1952 alongside 51 other soldiers when a troop transport plane they were in crashed into a mountain near Anchorage, Alaska during a blizzard. His remains were identified in 2019 following a multi-year search conducted by military recovery teams. His funeral is scheduled for this weekend in Evansville. The U.S. Surgeon General is calling on tech companies to help stop pandemic misinformation. And Los Angeles County's mask mandate is coming back amid concern over rising COVID-19 infections in California. CBS News correspondent Natalie Brand reports from Washington.
As COVID-19 cases rise nationwide, Los Angeles County is reimposing its indoor mask mandate regardless of vaccination status.
It is in my community, and I do choose to protect others.
If a business wants to choose to ask us to wear a mask, then I agree with it and respect the individual establishment.
After months of declining numbers indicating the nation was emerging from the pandemic, new cases in the U.S. have doubled in recent weeks. In New York, tonight's game between the Yankees and Boston Red Sox was postponed after positive COVID test results within the Yankees organization.
I will turn it over.
Over at the White House, the U.S. Surgeon General issued an advisory on the dangers of health misinformation. The Biden administration is urging big tech and social media companies to do more to stop the spread, saying falsehoods about COVID-19 put more lives at risk.
It's painful for me to know that nearly every death we are seeing now from COVID-19 could have been prevented. I say that as someone who has lost 10 family members to COVID-19 and who wishes each and every day that they had had the opportunity to get vaccinated.
The administration wants tech companies to take faster action against harmful posts, especially concerning vaccines.
They've allowed people who intentionally spread misinformation, what we call disinformation, to have extraordinary reach.
Daily vaccinations have dropped by more than half in the last month alone, and the CDC projects an increase in COVID-related hospitalizations nationwide. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.
The U.S. is again reporting more than 1,000 new COVID infections every hour. American gymnasts, including star Simone Biles, arrived at Tokyo today, 8 days before the start of the 2020 Olympic Games. All overseas athletes are required to take 2 COVID tests during the 4-day period before their departure and another test upon arrival in Japan. They will get tested daily and undergo a 3-day quarantine. Athletes in the Olympic Village will not be allowed to leave the complex and will be required to wear masks everywhere, including in the gym. The Olympics will kick off on July 23rd and end on Sunday, August 8th. Even with COVID numbers creeping up again, SSM Health is moving ahead with plans at a new training facility for its EMS teams. The health provider actually moved into the state-of-the-art property on Park Street more than a year ago, but when the pandemic hit, all training series shifted online and the building largely sat unused. But that ended tonight when the doors opened for the first in-person large group training since the pandemic began and since the training center was finished.
We have a full family of simulators, so we have a couple in here that we're using tonight that you can do pretty much anything. They breathe, they talk, they move, airway problems, breathing problems, circulation problems, we can make them seize. We can recreate almost any scenario that an EMS provider would encounter in the field with our family.
In addition to those simulators, they have a whole host of state-of-the-art training facilities, including a real ambulance box that can help area EMS stay up to date on required continued education. Still to come on News 3 Now at 10, the gold shovels are out in Stoughton, breaking ground. We'll show you what's being built there. Plus, a summertime favorite here in Madison is making a comeback, and you can check it out on State Street this weekend.
Enough to think about maintaining. Good thing the all-new 2022 Volkswagen Taos has a lower cost of maintenance than Toyota RAV4. Come into your Volkswagen dealer today and lease the all-new 2022 Taos S for just $229 a month.
How do you use your energy? Hitting the ball farther than yesterday? Fielding whatever comes your way? Trying to shine as bright as the sun? At Alliant Energy, we bring more clean, renewable energy to our customers every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power, we're thinking about each other. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
What do you think?
I love it.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
The only thing better than tacos is faster tacos. Enter new Johnsonville taco sausage. Premium cuts of authentically seasoned ground pork. Just sizzle and serve. Now your family can enjoy tasty tacos in 10 minutes.
You've got enough to think about maintaining. Good thing the all-new 2022 Volkswagen Taos has a lower cost of maintenance than Toyota RAV4. Come into your Volkswagen dealer today and lease the all-new 2022 Taos S for just $229 a month.
Friday,
News 3 Now this morning, we'll preview a unique car show for a good cause.
And Madison schools are looking to change up their lunch menu. How parents and students feel about that. Join us from 4:30 to 7 on News 3 Now this morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. Wisconsin's unemployment rate remains at 3.9% in June for the third month in a row. The State Department of Workforce Development reported the latest totals today. The nationwide unemployment rate in June was 5.9%. Well, the Golden Shovels are out in Stoughton today, breaking ground on 8 new Habitat for Humanity townhouses. The homes will be located in downtown Stoughton on Abel Court between Jackson and Hamilton Streets. There are currently 12 Habitat homes located in the city of Stoughton. Abel Court will be Habitat's 9th planned community in Dane County. Construction will start this summer, and all 8 townhomes are expected to be completed by 2023. Maxwell Street Days is back this weekend. The festivities kicked off today and will run through Sunday. More than 50 vendors are set up along State Street for the annual summer sidewalk sale. From artwork to clothing to music and great food, it has a little something for everyone. It's a tradition for the area dating back more than 4 decades, always happening on the 3rd weekend of July. And here's a little history for you. Maxwell Street is actually located in Chicago, which is where the event originated in 1871. Madison started its own version of it back in 1975. Well, after a 1-year hiatus, the Mount Horeb Art Fair is back on Main Street, welcoming guests for its 50th year. It showcases more than 150 artists from around the U.S., including local artists. The art fair will take place this weekend on Saturday from 9 to 5 and on Sunday from 10 to 4. The Smithsonian just received its largest gift ever since the museum was founded in 1846. Former Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos is donating $200 million. According to the Smithsonian, $70 million will go to renovating the National Air and Space Museum, and $130 million will help create a new education center at the museum. Bezos is highly invested in space exploration. In fact, on Tuesday, he is set to fly to the edge of space on his own Blue Origin rocket. Well, after being cooped up for a large part of 2020, it looks like Americans decided to get a much-needed taste of nature this year. America's first national park, Yellowstone, set a major record last month for visitors. It saw nearly 940,000 people in June alone. If you do plan on visiting the great outdoors, park leaders are warning visitors to expect some crowds this summer. And the drought out west isn't getting any better. Utah's Great Salt Lake has dipped to what some are calling a historic low. Also at record lows, Lake Mead. The reservoir provides water for tens of millions of people in California, Arizona, Nevada, and Mexico, and rests on the main stem of the Colorado River. And we're also continuing to follow a tragic story in Western Europe. At least 50 people have died and more than 1,000 others are unaccounted for after floods in Germany caused rivers to burst their banks, swept away cars, and caused homes to collapse today. Storms caused deadly flooding in Belgium, where media reported 8 deaths. Luxembourg and the Netherlands also experienced flooding. And here's meteorologist Dana Fulton with a look at our first warn forecast.
We're expecting a lot of sunshine over the next few days. So if you did have any little bit of cleanup early this morning from the storms last night, you'll have a few days of nice dry weather to get that handled. Right now, our Doppler track nice and quiet for southern Wisconsin. We have showers and thunderstorms down into northern Illinois. As we look back over the last 24 hours of our storm reports, a lot of wind damage right along the state line. We saw storm reports coming out of the Beloit area and into Walworth County, where we had a severe thunderstorm warning early this morning, and some wind damage reports earlier also up towards the Dells and parts of Columbia County. Rainfall totals along with this bringing some heavier amounts for some folks. In the last 48 hours around the Dells, we've seen a little over 2 inches. Most of the area, though, about 1 to 2 inches. Dane County in that 1 to 2 inch range as well, with isolated areas picking up just a little over 2 inches. So not an event where we dealt with a great deal of flooding. The reports really coming in southern Wisconsin Wisconsin were wind damage reports from those storms coming through later last night, bringing some very strong wind gusts. Now, things over the next few days looking quite sunny and dry outside. Our extended forecast stays dry through next week and into the following weekend. Temperatures will be back to the 80s for Saturday and Sunday, and by next week we increase our humidity just a little bit for the start of the week. It'll be a little more muggy outside. Our heat index readings will creep up just a little more. Partly cloudy skies overnight. There is a slight chance early Friday to see an isolated shower or two, though most of the area will stay dry. Temperatures early in the day near 60, and then we warm up to the upper 70s for afternoon highs. Our breeze coming in from the northeast, though, so it should be a pretty comfortable afternoon. The same goes into Saturday. We're expecting mostly sunny skies for Saturday, with yet again that breeze coming in from the northeast, with temperatures in the afternoon in the low 80s. We really warm up next week, though, and it's very likely as we look ahead towards the end of July that our temperatures will continue to trend above average. Models really lining up with a warm trend carrying us through next week, the weekend, and possibly into the following week, not just for southern Wisconsin, but through the plains and again for the northern Midwest, really seeing that warming trend for the end of the month. 78 the high for tomorrow, though, so still just a little bit below average. Less humid outside also, with that slight chance for a shower in the morning, mainly south of Madison. So it should be a pretty pleasant Friday. Mostly sunny skies for Saturday and Sunday. I think keeping the sunscreen on hand all the way through next week would be a pretty good idea, because we're going to hold on to the sunshine and the dry weather. Temperatures Saturday and Sunday, mid to low 80s. Next week, we're in the mid to upper 80s. When you factor in our dew points, we're expecting our heat index readings to land in the mid 90s at times for the middle of next week. We stay dry all the way till the end of the following weekend, where we'll start to see a chance for some isolated showers, or slight chance for an isolated shower or two to build in. But it really feels summery outside when we're going to be in the mid 80s with those heat index readings quite a bit higher.
I'm loving this weather, but do we still need rain?
We do. We are still under a moderate drought status. That just updating today. Yes.
Okay.
So the rain coming through, definitely helping. Definitely helping eating away at that deficit. But to have a few more rain showers mixed in, some steadier rain, it would be good news for us.
All right. We just need to find that perfect balance, which we never can.
Exactly. It's either too much or too little. We need to blend it.
We'll figure it out. You talk to Mother Nature and get back to us. Thank you. Just ahead in sports, Chris Middleton put on a show in Game 4. Why his postseason career high wasn't a surprise for the Bucks. Zaxxon next with sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I'm Denise, and I was hurt by a hit-and-run driver. I called Gruber Law Offices. After that call, everything fell into place.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They were with me every step of the way.
Hi, I'm Crystal the Pistol. Goldwyn Cars has over 500 vehicles in stock, with new body-style GMC Terrains starting at $22,995 or $350 per month. That's right, Goldwyn Cars has over 500 vehicles in stock, with great deals on 2018 GMC Terrains. So hurry in today to get your great deal and ask for me, Crystal the Pistol Goldwyn. Go to Goldwyn Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Goldwyn, GoldwynCars.com.
I'm on the Ferris wheel up in the air. So if you've got 11 days to spare, won't you come with me to the
Wisconsin State Fair, presented by U.S. Cellular, August 5th through the 15th.
At Pick and Save, we go over and above to make sure we have the freshest stuff in our stores. That's why we get secret shoppers to do pop inspections.
Secret Asian man, secret Asian man.
We make sure Pick and Save produce isn't just fresh. It's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
It took us years to find the perfect bun for Culver's Pretzel House Pub Burger.
It's got the nice pretzel flavor on the outside, but when you open it up, it's light and airy. Got a nice sweet flavor to it. It literally melts in your mouth.
This bun is perfect for a Pretzel House Pub Burger. Seared fresh beef, tangy mustard bistro sauce, pickled red onions, 2 slices of bacon, served with our signature cheddar cheese sauce.
This bun was made for this burger. This is perfect.
I think it's an awesome burger. Welcome to Delicious.
Looks like it's time to trade. Because it's trade month at your local Ford dealers. Get more cash for your eligible trade-in. Any brand, any model, all month long. Get Trade Assist cash on top of what your eligible vehicle is worth and trade up to a new Ford SUV. Your trade-in is worth more than you think, only during trade month. Right now, get up to $2,000 Trade Assist bonus cash on eligible models. It's trade month at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
News 3 Now's call for action gets answers when you can't.
A COVID patient's care jeopardized by insurance denials. After we contacted Aetna, the company reversed course.
News 3 Now's call for action, taking action for you.
Serving the people of Wisconsin for over 30 years. Call us today for a free consultation. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
When it comes to the NBA Finals, moments are remembered more than the final score. The moment from Game 4, the block that basically won the game for the Bucks. You can watch this play all day, right? 74 seconds left, Milwaukee up 2, Phoenix with the ball, and the Greek Freak lived up to his nickname. Giannis covered 20 feet in 1.38 seconds to turn DeAndre Ayton away at the rim and all but seal victory for the Deer.
The honest thought that was going through my head was more or less kind of like shock and awe. I think, when the block happened, I kind of looked like, and luckily PJ came across the lane and grabbed the rebound because I forgot for a split second to go grab it. In my opinion, the best block of all time. Obviously we're a little biased.
Just a hustle play. I thought I'm going to get dunked on, to be honest with you. But, going down the stretch, just do whatever, it takes to win the game.
Now, the player of the game was Chris Middleton. He brought it home for the Bucks when he turned into their cash money closer. Middleton outscored the entire Suns team by 6 in the final 2 minutes and 7 seconds of the game. He finished with a playoff career-high 40 points and let the rest of the NBA in on what Milwaukee gets to see every day.
Tonight was one of those nights that, Chris took over, and it's great. We're happy to have him on our side as opposed to anything else, and I'm just thrilled that, he's been able to kind of show the world it because we see it every single day.
Came in doing what he do. He's had it at every stage this whole playoffs. So not a surprise, no, but great timing.
First round of the Open Championship across the pond, always a challenging course. Phil Mickelson, well, that's how his day went. 0 birdies, 8 bogeys, and a double. He's tied for dead last at 10 over. Jordan Spieth playing way better than that. On 16, he rolls in the chirper. He's 5 under, 1 shot behind that man, Louis Oosthuizen. The man was dropping darts today. He tapped that bird in for birdie on 14. Louis 6 under, and your leader after 18 holes. And the Madison Mallards are shaking up their coaching staff. On Thursday, July 29th, Hacksaw Jim Duggan will serve as their first base coach against the Rafters for the game's first 3 innings. And yes, that is Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the WWE Hall of Famer, the American Patriot with the 2x4 who's always yelling, "Oh!" We're back after this.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Thanks to your support, you've helped make MyPillow become one of the fastest growing companies in America. Over the last 12 years, you've helped MyPillow create thousands of jobs right here in the USA. Every MyPillow is made with passion here in my home state of Minnesota to ensure you get the best sleep of your life.
One of the things that I really like about MyPillow is the support. It gives my neck a little hug.
I've never slept better in my life. What's better than a great night's sleep?
Call or go online to take advantage of my best offer ever. For a limited time, when you use your promo code, you can get premium MyPillows, regularly $69.98, now only $29.98. That's right, only $29.98. That's the lowest price ever. I tried every pillow from expensive down pillows that just went flat to fiber-filled pillows that rebound every time you move your head. I even tried those memory foam pillows, and the curve did not match my neck, and it probably won't match yours. That's why I invented MyPillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs and helps keep your neck supported and aligned.
When I got my pillow, I'm asleep almost immediately. I stay asleep at night and I wake up more well-rested in the morning.
My pillow has a 10-year warranty. It's machine washable and dryable. And I back them with my 60-day money-back guarantee. Call or go online now to take advantage of my best offer ever. Use the promo code to get queen-size premium My Pillows regularly $69.98 for only $29.98. Get king-size My Pillows for just $5 more. It's the lowest price ever. This is a limited-time offer and not available in stores. Don't delay. Order now. With our 60-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Sleep well, America!
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit mypillow.com.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find your next adventure in a new Chevy.
Make no monthly payments for the rest of the summer on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing when you finance with GM Financial. And get $2,000 cash allowance.
All Denny's pancakes are made to order with fresh buttermilk, but this month's Spotlight Stack is a Patriot. Fresh, sweet, and full of freedom. New red, white, and blue pancakes. This month's Spotlight Stack. See you at Denny's.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
First Warn Weather, certified most accurate forecast. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, remember this guy on the right? Microsoft is giving the decades-old virtual assistant Clippy a second life as an emoji. Clippy debuted in Windows 97 as a small paperclip to help Microsoft Office users. Well, Clippy got the boot 10 years later in Office 2007. Now, after a 14-year hiatus and ahead of Saturday's World Emoji Day, Microsoft says it will replace its standard paperclip emoji with an image of Clippy. So, Dana, you're a fan of Clippy, and Zach and I are not.
We're not on
absolutely
speaking
going to text
terms.
you guys the emoji on Saturday. That's exactly what's going to happen.
I'll respond, unsubscribe.
The one who's going to be at a Cardinals baseball game on Saturday, really?
Yes, but it's important that we cherish Clippy. It's going to be great baseball weather this weekend and great fair weather. A lot of events going on Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow, partly sunny with highs in the upper 70s, mid to low 80s Saturday and Sunday, mid to upper 80s as we look ahead to next week.
We look forward to your Clippy emoji. Thank you, Dana. Thank you for joining us. Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.